Are live again with my friend Shiv. Shiv, what is going on? How are you? How you doing, man? Like so much to unpack what's happening with EFAS, the new name, the
Mhm,
game, everything. But
mhm.
before that whole start, tell me, man, how you doing? How you feeling? How are the vibes, bro? Like Solana's over 200, the market's
100%.
ripping, things are good. How are you feeling?
The port is definitely happy. We've had some big changes recently, as you know, so definitely in the mix, trying to make sure our next update is already in live. We had a big rebranding, which I'm excited to get into, but personally, I can't say I'm not doing pretty damn well. Happy with the portfolio and the game, so that's pretty much all that matters.
Yeah, man, dude. I think it's great for us to be able to have this moment, right? We've been
Mhm,
working for a long time, building for a long time.
mhm,
It's definitely been through some great ups and downs, right? It has
mhm,
not been easy, and I think
mhm,
finally gaming is definitely getting to a stage where we are finally understanding it,
mhm,
right? We're understanding why tokens should work in a game and not
mhm,
be launched right away without
mhm,
having a game there. I think
mhm,
people are finally understanding the trading aspect of it,
mhm,
marketplaces, why marketplaces
mhm,
matter, and why it should be
mhm,
built on the blockchain. And at the
mhm,
end of the day, like understand gamers. Like they don't
mhm,
care about all these things. They want the game
mhm,
experience. Give them the rush that they want, and
mhm,
then they'll learn, right? It's same
mhm,
thing. Even like I have the screen loaded up right when we're inside of the space, inside
mhm,
of the ship here, and like it's got its tutorials if I want to go learn more about certain things, right? Like
mhm,
I could go fill a survey if I wanted to. All these
mhm,
things that allow for somebody to really like get immersive if they want. But
mhm.
for a player like me, I mean, get me in the game. Let me start shooting. Let me start blowing things up. Let me make sure that my team carries me because I can't carry my own team. And get into it, right? I think that we're finally at
Mhm,
that ability to be able to have these conversations.
mhm,
And yeah, man, a great time for us to be able to jump into what you've built here and tell us the rebrand, the rename. Talk
mhm.
to us there. Start us there. Like the
Sure.
thought process, the vision, like what's going to
Mhm,
open up now as the EFAS
mhm,
ecosystem is alive.
mhm. Awesome. So first of all, couldn't have put it better myself. I think the market timing is all lining up very, very well. Now to get into our rebranding, I'll start with the name because that's probably the most evident shift. So Earth from Another Sun is a name that we all loved, and I still love, and a lot of our community members still did. But the trajectory of our game had moved from being an MMORPG, MMO focused open world looter shooter to what it is today, where there's all those sci-fi open world elements, but there's now this totalitarian vibe where you have colony sim building, you have awesome roguelite elements, and you have really cool base building elements, which balances firstly the fun combat aspect of it with everything that is game related itself. So now when you look at where we are today, we wanted Pax Autocratica as the name because when you look at our next update, which should be live in the next few weeks, a lot of what we've done with that is around making the user feel the lore and making the any player, whether it's someone hopping in as a base building fan, whether it's someone hopping in as a fan of just FPS battle, to feel that, oh, you missed mineral mining. That's like the easiest part of the game. But um,
I want to go shoot stuff. Which one is that one?
I mean, what you could actually do is while I'm talking for like 5 minutes, you could just quickly just finish like talking to Athena Hensley. So scroll out first, just like zoom out, zoom out, zoom out.
All right, hold on. I'm recycling. I don't know what
Yes,
I'm
sir.
recycling. All right,
And
which
now
which one?
now press escape. Like go back into the ship.
Okay.
Yeah. Now you should see Athena right there. There
All
the
right, keep
lady
talking
is.
so I can talk to Athena.
Awesome. So just keep following like those steps in the top right corner, and in the next 5 minutes you should be in battle. Right. So I think that was definitely the biggest part for us to convey. I mean, of course, the sci-fi elements, but we wanted Pax Autocratica to be that peace through autocracy, where when you enter the game and you're feeling the totalitarian feeling of entering different galaxies, having the Arslan collapse be upon you, all these are very dark um, they're much darker than just a heavy sci-fi narrative. So I think that was the biggest thing with the game shift. And then a big thing which we did was taking the crypto elements from in-game and putting them at our ecosystem level. And this was something which we really spent months and months thinking along, because we were in a space where first we understood all the benefits that came with it, but we also did understand that as a studio that's now been building for well over half a decade, we have an onus to two different audiences. Audience one is the Web 2 players, and audience two is the Web 3 community that we built. And we kept trying to think, I mean, you're already in battle. We kept trying to think what the best way to balance both those things are. So first of all, removing those crypto elements in-game allowed us to bring a lot of players from Steam or traditional Web 2 players that got a bitter taste in their mouth back into the ecosystem, which first of all is very helpful. We also realized that in some way it does kill discoverability to have the Web3 experience front-loaded. So we wanted to be able to have the game itself be a place where Web 2 and Web 3 users alike can just hop on in easily. And from there exists the game and the ecosystem. So now the crypto aspects exist at our broader ecosystem level, where our upcoming token, our existing assets power governance, future creator rewards, airdrop programs, and a lot of other cool stuff. And a big thing that we wanted to make sure when we had this shift is that we had a bridge. So we ensured that the revenue from our games will be re-injected into the ecosystem to support long-term growth. And I think that's helped us massively, because it's helped us make the players understand what comes with this shift, what comes with the Web 2 users enjoying the game just for the product, alike the Web 3 users, and then the community being the place for everything users love, be it the good tech, be it the rewards. Now, taking it from there, I'd say a big shift also was removing the MMO structure. Now, this, I'd say, at least personally, was the biggest change which we had to deal with when we were speaking to community members. But at least for the game we wanted to build, we realized that it was definitely grindy by design. And we wanted the experience to be hopping in anytime and just being able to be an offline player, a casual player, not have security risks, not have network lag, and just have that FPS experience which we wanted to create. So now the game as it stands today, Pax Autocratica, is able to be smooth, fast, and support creative solo and co-op play. So it gives us maximum range of versatility in terms of different gameplay styles. People are able to pause anytime. We had got feedback from the MMO design that resource gathering was taking too much time. So I think all that just etched its way into the game that we now are locked in on. So the funny thing is, though, that although we did the rebrand a few weeks ago, the new updates will only be visible in the next version that we have live, which is in a few weeks. So everyone that's wondering why this dark name, why this totalitarian vibe, I promise you, give me a few weeks and you will understand.
Yeah, dude. Because I think I said this to you when we were behind the scenes. Who created this name? Because I was like, I can't even pronounce it, and you were like, oh, yeah, I can't even say it right now because you
say PAX, you say PA. Don't worry, or you can say EFAS ecosystem, whatever you like.
Yeah, no doubt. Look, man, I think it's really, really cool, and I think like where the game is at is like really, really cool as well. And I think that like this is the type of things, like I said, I'm getting excited for, that we're able to in Web3 stream games and stream beyond like it being an alpha or beta test, right? Because I think like while still in like early access, beta and alpha, the definition of beta and alpha in Web3 got taken incorrectly, as you know, in the past couple of years, because what it was originally was, hey man, like go around in one map with one gun in a circle, and people were like, oh yeah, this is a beta, this is alpha, and I was like, no, this is not even like a proto. Like this is like what you put together for your team to like have a prototype. So I think like this is way beyond that now, right? Like we're now being able to experience this a lot further and be able to bring communities and gamers. You know what I mean? And so I guess when my next thing is really like you've you've definitely been working with the community pretty closely. You've been
Mhm.
talking to the community very closely
Mhm.
about what you're building. It's giving you guys the insights to be making the adjustments and everything.
Mhm.
What is the next phase? What is the next? What are we able to talk about? Yeah, again, I'll be mindful of what you're able to talk to about as well, because I
Sure.
don't want to get you
Sure.
fired. But
No.
I don't care if you do get fired if you spill alpha though. So if you want to spill alpha, go for it.
Sure.
But no, look, I
Mhm.
think like what are the next phases of
Mhm.
the next evolution? You mentioned a lot right now already of like how
Mhm.
you got here, but
Mhm.
where do we want to go with the game next, right? And what does that timeline look like? Is
Mhm.
it still very much feedback from community, getting now more players in the
Mhm.
game to give more feedback, or is it
Mhm.
now, hey, let's test, bringing in 1,000 players,
Mhm.
2,000
Mhm.
players, and start
Mhm.
marketing in that way?
Great question. I think very, very valid to the stage we're at right now. So I'd say, first of all, what's directly up next, like I said, is everything that we mentioned in the rebrand, the changes with the gameplay, and all that will be reflected in our next version update, which, just so you guys know, for anyone that hasn't played EFAS, we usually have always done updates between 2 to 4 weeks. So we're on Alpha 140 something, and all updates up until now have been update X, 2 to 4 weeks, update Y. This is the first version where we've probably, I think it's been like 2 months or 3 months plus since we had the last version. And I promise you that the devs are working equally hard, if not way harder. So from that perspective, we've been able to get a lot of the feedback that we had got from the rebranding, a lot of the internal discussions we had, which will be reflected in the next update. From there, I'd say we are moving into the space where the vision is locked in, because up until now, as you correctly said, the first, few years for us was always just to make sure that we make people feel like they are being heard and they have a voice. And that's something which we always held to the core of our community strategy. If you just check our Discord, every version update, we had Google Forms being sent out. We had dozens, hundreds, sometimes even thousands of just forms of people saying what works, what doesn't work, what they think should be there, what they think shouldn't be there. And that inspired us into, almost locking in on the vision that we have for the product right now. So from there, we're probably going to start having more and more awareness and brand building in a good marketing funnel. It's always first just dipping your foot into the water, having slight awareness, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't work, and then going deeper and turning up the aggression. I'd say we're just before that inflection point. I'd say the next few months after the update will have more and more brand building, more and more PR building strategies, more of the product that we built now being the locked in one being showed to everyone. Whereas probably before this update, it was taking previous versions and seeing what we can iterate on more. So I'd say this will definitely be that inflection point into where the project is locked in on its end vision. And from there, I'd say we're targeting our Steam launch by the end of this year. And after that, we should have our TGE around Q1 to Q2 next year. But at the same time, the EFAS ecosystem also will have more projects. Now, this is a topic that if I speak about, I will probably get screamed at least. So I can't go much deeper into that. But the vision for it is this. It's Pax Autocratica, EFAS the game exists as a place where players, be it Web 2, be it Web 3, just people looking for fun experiences are able to hop right in and have that fun that they're looking for. The experience is at Steam going to be paid. Up until now, we've always been selling packs unless close partners of ours like you guys want us to be open access for weekend, silent chill, 9 a.m. UTC tomorrow. So I'd say that becomes almost the crux of where the game, the game revenue is created, and that is then flooded into our EFAS ecosystem, where the ecosystem exists as a layer of where not only incentive alignment for those Web3 users occur, but then we're able to create that as almost a brand or a house of new products coming in the future. So I'd say with that balance, game launch being at the end of this year felt like a very intuitive decision, with the game nearing completion, with the community being happy with where we are today, with the quality being refined and the vision being locked in on. And I'd say from there, as we update the community more and more on how people that have been actively involved in our ecosystem will be rewarded, how people can continue to give feedback in the future or be involved to a space where they're actually able to get incentives that they feel like they've earned, that they've leveraged skill for. So that'll feed into our TGE next year.
Yeah, I think like, man, I think like, first of all, it's such a cool stage where the game is at right now, especially just playing around right now, and toggling between all this, because I think like there's two ways to look at this from a gaming perspective, right? And I think that there are gamers that want to play the game, but also there are gamers that want to get involved in the lore, get involved in the aspect of what that narrative storytelling is, right? I think Web3 has done a good and bad job at that, right? There's been great games that are just showcasing where the game is at, but failing to do that whole lore, that whole narrative. That is a really crucial part to it. Now, there are some of those games that are just good and can do that, right? And so I think that, like, yeah, you guys taking a different approach to the way that you guys see the market, the way that you guys see the game, what you guys want to do with the game. I think that's just super, super important. And I think, like, yeah, the community should be really, really excited for what's next. All right. So let me ask you now, we talked a little bit about what the future plans are, the next update, definitely for those that are here that are going to be wanting to play tomorrow, we're going to be able to jump in, especially this weekend. I think it's more than just one day. We're going to be able to really get excited to have teams get involved and play. The aspect of the teams, the aspect of the communities, where do you see that really rolling out for what you guys have built?
Awesome. So I'd say, first of all, for our internal community, it's always been having people find a place where they actually matter. So, for example, within our own Discord community, we've always had those set of OGs. We've always had people that almost fit into parts that they want. For example, we have our passport holders, which is our core NFT collection, where a lot of the Web3 users wanted to be a part of that and hold it and see the benefits that come with it. But at the same time, there were also a lot of Web2 traditional gaming users that just didn't want that involvement, that didn't want to be a holder, that didn't understand what comes with Web3 and assets and buying X NFT over Y. So within that itself, we created a base where we were able to have the OGs really be the core pillar of feedback for our community, for being almost evangelists for the state as our lore drives. And from there, now, as we look to other game communities, as we look to parts of Web3 outside, we've always kept communities close to us that we see have a similar sort of principle system. What I mean by that is Web3 gaming has always been gaming and Web3. It's always been projects that love the Web3 aspect more than gaming, or do justice to that more, which just, as we've seen the past few years, through everything that Web3 gaming has gone through, just hasn't worked. Where if you prioritize the marketing aspect of it or the Web3 comms aspect of it before the product is ready, you're not going to be able to deliver on a decade basis. You might be able to deliver on incentives or a fun experience by the end of the year. So I'd say from that sense, we're looking to get as many projects that have actually seen that process of building a game from the ground up, seeing the process of what actually creates sticky gameplay loops, and getting those in for, be it incentive alignment, be it for our future campaigns that we do. We pretty much do everything from fun, low-hanging fruit game nights to heavy-duty partnerships, which we're going to be looking at en route TGE. So I'd say creating value for either the game itself or finding communities where the users are almost being the outlet in which, like, our game can shine. So either or.
Yeah, bro, I don't think I've ever done this, actually explored the marketplace and everything that you guys have. Like, this is kick-ass, man. Like,
have you been to the strip clubs?
Dude, I don't know where I'm. It's at hotel right now. And so, yeah, bro, like, I think, like, these are I guess I need to spend more time and be a better gamer here, and really check out, because, like, holy crap, I didn't realize it was all, like, built like this way. And this is really cool to be able to, again, this is where Web3 gets like fun, because I think like the shop and everything you mentioned, like marketplaces, there are some really cool things to be able to give the gamer the experience that they want, the assets, and be able to trade and buy and own and all that stuff. Like this is where things get really like to be. Where am I gonna go here? All right.
You should probably just go back to your ship, and if you want to fight, probably like I think you just landed here, right? You had an option to attack and be wanted. So, but if I'm not wrong, it's a pretty hard planet. You can just see the combat power required because you just started.
Put me in the easy planets because I'm talking and gaming at the same time. It's
so scroll out and see right near your base. Right near your base. I'm not that
smart, man.
I mean, you can go to just. I mean, that one is probably easier, like the medical infinity station that's like moving around. Yeah, that
one that was moving.
Yeah.
Sorry, this one.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, 1800 combat power, not crazy at all.
All right. Well, just remember, I'm talking. All right. So team attack. Which one should I do? Rob them? Ooh.
I mean, whatever you prefer. I mean, just don't leave it. As long as, I mean, you do have to join a team, to be fair. Or just rob them. Go solo. Why not?
Unable to join. They don't want me to play with them.
Damn.
Sorry.
Dude, trust me, despite being head of BD, the amount of like gaming requests that have been rejected, like every alpha update, I'm like, hey, who's going to play with me now? Nope. I'm like, ouch. Combat power is all that matters.
What's Luke saying? Does he have 20K credits by any chance?
So 22 if I'm not wrong, it's either 22,222 credits or 11,111 or whatever that get you into the strip club, because the lap dance is like the most expensive thing which you can buy in the game. So
Luke
if you want after this, I can take you outside, but I don't think I can get you entry without those federal credits.
Yeah. No, I think, look, man, I think it's been cool to hear again the roadmap and a little bit of the vision and again what you guys are trying to accomplish in the next coming months. What do you think right now is like most the underrated feature of the game right now that you guys are really like trying to figure out how to get more players to be more immersive into what the game is? I think there's I could already tell there's a lot of really cool underrated features that the game has, but tell me, what do you think from your perspective, or even from the team, that they're saying, hey, like we got to figure out how to do this?
So I'd say I'm someone who's tested the next version. I'd 100% say the base building, because this version that you're currently playing now, there's a lot of the base building that could kind of feel a bit slow, that could kind of feel like, hey, I just want to go battle, which I mean, you did say yourself. But once the new version comes out, you're really going to enjoy spending time on your base. I mean, the amount of lore stuff we have, like, it's crazy. Like, I wish I could say it, but there's just so much that I can't say. But the next version is going to have base building absolutely OP, much faster, much smoother, much more lore aligned. The state, the father, so many awesome, dope things that are going to be coming. And then that totalitarian sim building where you're going to be able to have troops that are, we've always in Web3, at least like in X Spaces, spoken about enhanced NPCs and enhanced NPC interactions. But trust me, when you see our next version update, some of the stuff that we have that you can do with your troops, some of the stuff that you can do on your base is truly insane. It almost feels as politically like enhanced as it is in terms of like expansive battles. And I think a lot of people will be very excited for that, because one thing that I as a gamer have always been looking for is a project which balances both of those, which balances awesome, fun, high-paced gameplay with base building that actually feels rewarding and doesn't feel grindy and doesn't take 3 hours to do two things. So I think our next version is going to really, really do justice to that. And to anyone that's listening, I would definitely recommend you to check that out once it goes live.
Bro, all I know is that I need like to take cover somewhere. So there's way too
I'll
many.
tell you the issue in your strategy. I've been seeing what you're meant to do is just run to the boss, because when you just start the game, your combat power is not enough. So like eventually, once you have combat power,
dude, look at me. I'm like spawning right in the middle of these guys. Dude, get away from me.
Exactly. Just run. Do not even shoot them. Do not look at them. Because see, once you have high enough combat power, and once you have troops, like you can have all sorts of dope looking troops. I wish I had my setup with me. I would have like shown you all my different troops slash family members.
I definitely need some troops, man. Holy crap.
But yeah, so I'd say the first like few stages of the game, if you don't have much combat power, leveled up weapons, not many troops, the way to fight these battles is just go to the boss and headshot mania. Once you have a bit more combat power, and once you have,
is this the boss right here?
Sorry,
this is the boss right here.
Yes, absolutely. Is that Mad Michael you have or Stubborn Tom?
I don't know, but I'm gonna get destroyed right now. Destroyed.
Just headshot.
Mad Michael. My God.
Mad Michael. So what I usually just do is run away from him while he's chasing me, because like if you go too far away, he'll run away from you. So be in that little loop where he still chases you while just jumping and doing headshots. That's how I do it.
But there's just like too many of them. There's no way. Man. All right, this is the type of game I'm already sweating right now, guys. Sweating. Holy crap! There's like a million of them. All right. I can't even run away without getting killed. Look at this. How many are there right now? There's like there's got to be no lie right now. There's got to be like 750 of them right now.
I mean, you're also not using any of your buffs, so just press V, so at least like you have some benefit in that sense.
Dude. Okay. Look how happy they are. All right, all right. This is one of those things I always tell. This is one of those things I always tell my team. Can I at least practice? Give me somebody. Can I have the access to the game like a day before? And then you know what the team did today? Hey Jorge, here's the download link. Make sure you download the game before you stream. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like I didn't even get to like get in the game and create the character or anything. They're like, oh yeah. You got like 10 minutes. Go for it.
Our version of the FBI is hunting you. You can either fight them or go to jail. Okay, you fought them. You're screwed. You're definitely going to go to jail.
Oh, dude. Like, this is just...
If you couldn't survive the simple Mad Michael, there's no way you're surviving these intelligence bureau officers.
Why are you saying simple Mad Michael? You make it sound like it was easy. Like, did you not see the 1,000... Bro, don't try to play me, man.
I'm not trying to play you. I'm just... If from the get-go you follow the go to the boss and just headshot and run away strategy, you might be able to win this.
Bro, I'm doing that right now, man. But there's a million of them. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, look from at this. No way. I'm gonna guys. We are live right now. I'm gonna use Shiv's strategy of like avoid everybody, run.
That's exactly what I do. Trust me. I mean, eventually you should be having like a good amount of troops to fight with like the basic soldiers. So it's just you and the boss.
I need to get troops. Like, all right. So what is the key to get troops?
So that's where a lot of the base building is involved. So if you go to your base, I mean, like for you, it'll probably take 10, 20 minutes ish to get that whole thing set up where you follow the tutorial steps. You have like a base in this open space. And in there, you're able to build different buildings. Now, you can have food halls. You can have political speech centers where you're able to spread your indoctrination and your messaging to your troops. It's really, really cool. There, you have a weapon crafting center where you're able to create new weapons, level up the weapons you already have. So like right now, you only have this one entry-level weapon. Eventually,
after where Mad Michael is, where is the boss? Did he leave?
No, it's that thingy. Like you have the tracker.
Yeah.
Just follow the tracker.
Oh, he's all the way over there.
That's what I said. So if you're not in a certain radius, he'll run away from you. If you're in that certain radius, he'll chase you. It's pretty interesting. Like.
Yeah.
So
tell us
this is like the strategy here, but I would say to anyone that's looking to like create meaningful progression in the game, I'd say in the early stages, you should probably spend 50% of your time in battles as such and about 50% building your base. And then once you have a decently leveled up player, decently effective combat power of a few thousand, then you should be able to delve into whatever you enjoy more, battle or base building. But if you're at this stage, most battles will feel, okay, so not bad. You've like 30% of his like life is gone. So now just ignore everyone else, run away when they come, jump, headshot.
Yeah, the only problem is I spawn right in the middle of these dudes.
I know what you mean, bro. Trust me.
These guys are like,
Damn, now
all right,
I really want to play.
all right, where the hell is this guy? Oh, damn,
You
these
see him?
guys
You
are
saw
all
him? You
over.
saw him?
Yeah. But dude, hold on. Like, I ain't
And
trying to get killed.
just a little feedback to kill those like big gloopy things. I'm forgetting what they're called. The big pems, like the gloopy fat ones. Just headshots are way easier. Like, don't try and shoot their bodies.
All right. You know what I need to go do is, all right, so like I gotta load up, like I gotta connect my credit card here and like start loading up and get some good weapons, yeah, bro. Like, cause
I
this
won't say no to that, but even without spending money in game, you can still, if you invest a few hours, you can definitely get a decently leveled up.
yeah, but just like, dude, like I always tell people, like the casinos don't market the guys that are losing. The casinos
Yeah.
always market the people that are winning, right?
Mhm.
I'm not trying to market the game because of my
Yeah,
skills
fair
because they
enough. Fair
suck.
enough. Touche.
So give me the granddaddy of granddaddies so that I
Mhm.
could at least somewhat look good.
What I can ask the devs for next version is if once we have that, we can give you like a pre-built kit, which is like a character that's already leveled up or whatever. I'm not promising, but that could be a possibility for like the whenever we do this next after the next version.
So let me ask you, like, do you always respawn in the same spot? Like, is there a way to respawn somewhere else?
So if you really feel like you're getting screwed, you can just pause and press I'm stuck, and it'll spawn you like in a
Uh,
very lonely place.
yeah.
I
I feel
mean,
like that's
very
cheat.
lonely place, but in a very.
I feel like that would be cheating. I don't want to cheat.
I mean, use your buffs. Press V's at least, so you have like
Yeah, like which
yeah,
one though?
whichever one you want. I mean, do it fast so you don't get like attacked.
Well, that's the first time even looking at that. All right, now that I know.
Buffs are like very helpful. Like without the
Oh
buffs,
shit.
a lot of the. I remember the last time you were playing, you had the shotgun kit. Like right now, you've clicked the first one. Last time you had the shotgun one. So the buffs for that are my favorite.
Oh, dude, he's already back to like he healed.
No,
Does
no,
he heal?
that's the Crimson Spider Queen. That's like the
Oh,
mini-ish boss. Don't think of anyone but Stubborn Tom.
where is Stubborn Tom? Is that him?
There he is. There he is. I really pity you because you're getting chased by a stubborn Tom while having to ask me questions. So,
Yeah, dude, it's pretty wild. That's
sure.
it's not easy. All right, look, I know we're coming. We got like 5 minutes left, but
Mhm,
Shiv, like a lot of cool things happening. Market's doing
mhm,
really great. You
mhm,
know, the aspect of Web3, you've definitely killed it here
mhm,
talking to us about it. What is the marketing now for Web2? Where do you guys
mhm,
like see a lot of what you guys want to
mhm,
do? How do you bring in Web2 gamers into this?
mhm,
And by the looks of it right now, I haven't seen really any Web3
mhm,
like wording, language, understanding
mhm,
of all that. So
mhm,
that's a really cool sign as well.
mhm,
But like, where do you see like how do you
mhm,
guys see that marketing plan to the
mhm.
Web2 user?
I'd say multi-platform content for everything that could appeal to specific users. What I mean by that is you're going to see a lot of lore-driven marketing, short form, across TikTok, across Instagram, across Facebook, across then long form strategies across YouTube. We're going to be going overdrive on the content in the months to come. For Web2, our strategy has always been try to show them what they want to see, try to show them the content that they really love, because no amount of a campaign or certain words can kill as much as just the gameplay. So I'd say just putting that in front of the users as much as possible. We've in the past participated in 2 Steam Next Fests. We're going to be participating in as many of these Web2. Okay, now you're in jail for like a minute. So for a minute, you can't do anything. But our Web2 acquisition is going to be first making content king, making sure that everything which is the game loop, everything which is your base building, your FPS battle mode is showcased in different formats, long form and short form, across probably the next, I'd say, 1 to 2 quarters in Overdrive. Then I'd say a lot of PR strategy, a lot of finding a mix of creators, a mix of media that resonate with what we built. Because I mean, the lore is something which the team itself is so passionate about that we know that there are users out there that have the same passion. So if you even enter like our Discord, we want you to feel like you're getting brainwashed within a few months of playing and interacting. So we want that lore to be communicated at the best of our capabilities. So I'd say everything around that will. Right now, you have nothing, buddy. There's no point looking. on your equipment or backpack. So
Then
I'd
I'm about
say
to remove the screen so people don't see how bad my bags are down in EFAS.
fair enough. I mean, you can earn some more federal credits and go to the strip club to knock the edge off. I know Luke in the audience would be happy, but that being said, yeah, so I think we're going to be showcasing a lot more of the next version's updates. We're going to be getting in front of as many events as possible. I mean, across as many platforms as possible, and then just trying to have the lore and the brainwashing cult-ish ethos behind the project be what creeps into as many Web2 gamers as possible.
Yeah. So I know we got three minutes left into our stream, but like, so when you say the way that like you want people to go into the Discord and feel like, you know, hey, you're gonna have that like full immersive experience of what EFAS is and what they're building, how does that even like translate to the Web3 side of it as well? Like, how are you wanting to educate or like talk to these gamers and help them understand the aspects of blockchain and crypto and the marketplace? How does that like really kind of like come in
Great
place?
question. Really great question. So our vision has always been that the Web3 aspects should always be opt-in. Like the game itself should be the hub for where anyone can hop in and have fun. And the Web3 ecosystem, for example, if you go to our main questing website, has a lot of our lore integrated. So be it the Discord, be it the game itself, be it our websites or the Web3 sites that we have built, or all, I mean, are almost overloaded with the lore that we have. But then the Web3 side of it becomes on how users that are playing the game and want to get involved are able to opt in on our website, are able to participate in these campaigns. We have some really cool structures and reward mechanisms coming out where you're just going to see the exact same messaging, the exact same totalitarian feel that you have in the game or in the community, but still existing on that level. And then as we scale the EFAS ecosystem, as we bring more products and projects into what we're trying to have for the next 5 or 10 years, build and scale our brand, we're going to try to build a community where it's as diverse as possible and it's almost seamless for exactly what you're looking for. You want to have a fun gaming experience. You don't want to deal with crypto like most of our Steam wishlisters or gamers probably don't. You don't have to. You want to get involved in the Web3 side of things, open this website, here you can opt in. So that seamlessness is definitely at the heart of our vision.
Yeah, man. Congratulations. Once again, I've said this before. Congrats, and I'll say it again. I'm excited. So wait. Let me ask you this: are you going to be jumping in tomorrow to the game, or are you playing it safe? Are you giving us excuses already live right now? Are you giving us the excuse?
I'm not giving excuses, but I'm about 20,000, 30,000 kilometers, or probably more. Like, how big is the world? I'm like halfway across the world from home right now. I'm currently in Florence, so I'm unfortunately away from my gaming setup, but I always have access. So Monday,
There's
I'm back
gotta
home.
be a gaming cafe in Florence, bro.
I mean,
you want to onboard people one by one? Go to the cafe, tell everybody about EFAS. Come on, man. This is the BD aspect of it.
Fair enough. Touche. I'm going to learn some Italian and go on some cultish brainwashing expeditions tomorrow then.
I only know the curse words in Italian, and that's because of, playing football my whole life. But look,
I know how to say dickhead. Testa di cazzo.
Look, Shiv, man, always appreciative of you coming on stream, giving us a little bit of the alpha, giving us the reasoning behind the name change, the vision, really helping us understand gamers and Web3, what's coming. I'll tell you, we'll be streaming the next couple days. I know that the team's excited to be streaming. I'm excited for the next phases of EFAS. And man, who knows when that, next huge activation is coming. I think you're telling us that it is coming soon. So we'll make sure that we are here. Update. There you go. I'll let you spill the alpha. Shiv, always a pleasure having you on stream, man. Thank you for coming on. Brother.
Cheers.
Take care, man.
Thank you so much. And guys, tomorrow 9 a.m. UTC to Sunday 9 a.m. UTC, 48 hours, play as much as you want, because after that we're on lockdown again.
Yeah, and I think we might have missed the most important part of the whole show is how they get access to the game. So make sure you head into the Discord, into the Solana Gaming Discord, and I think that there will be the launcher key. The launcher website is being in one of the chats. I'll let Alexa, who's in there, really give you guys. Just hop into the Solana Gaming Discord, go into general, and just start spamming like EFAS code, EFAS download, whatever it is. Start spamming it and get access to the game and join tomorrow.
Amazing.
Shiv,
Jorge, thank you so much, brother. Always a pleasure. Have a great rest of your day, brother. Bye-bye.